This is Trailblazers Leagues, a temporary game mode where we complete tasks to unlock new areas, gain points to unlock powerful game-altering relics, all for the ultimate end goal of Dragon Cup. This is my journey. Ended off last episode at Pest Control, and we're starting off this episode at Pest Control. I'm not going to go super crazy and get level 99 in every combat stat. That would be a little bit excessive and I think a waste of time. I think I'm at a relatively good state right now, and by the time I need to melee anything, I'll have a little bit more oomph on that. But I still want to get full Void in every style. Void is actually going to be my best in slot armor until I get Masori, which is going to be quite a ways away. So it's great to get it, and I can get Void for every style, so that I have a little bit of damage on those times where I'm forced to hybrid. Say I'm at Chambers of Xeric, you got the melee hand, I can just put on the Void melee helm instead of bringing a full entire gear switch. It's going to be very helpful because I don't have access to Banknote as I picked Fire Sale. Right about now, I'm at 1,000 points and I need 1250. So we got another 5 or 6 games in us, and then we'll be able to get out of here and start getting back to some content. While I was doing this, I put together a task list of about 50 or 60 tasks that I can just quickly grind out. A lot of those like checklist tasks. And now we can equip a full set of Void, and this is probably going to be our best in slot for quite a while. It looks so crazy, but that is both a hard task in Trailblazers League and an elite task in the Western Provinces Diary, which we cannot complete. The Void set gives you plus 10% bonus to your ranged damage and accuracy, and that should stack alongside all our other league buffs, so it should be some really good damage. By communing with the obelisk here, we can now teleport to the Necropolis with the Pharaoh Scepter, and that is an 80-point task. I guess it's rewarding you for getting the Pharaoh Scepter drop, which I got a couple videos ago. There is a task to feed exotic bones to a stray dog, and one of the bones that counts are the marinated Joker bones from the Taibo One Eye quest. So we can give the bones, but he don't like it. But that is a hard task. Think of it as a bonus reward for Taibo One Eye Trio. If you don't get duplicate marinated bones, you can instead kill the Shahahana or whatever that lion's name is and pick up its bones, and then feed them to the stray dog. The first grind, I guess, of the account, we need to get up 90 Blue Dragonhide. Well, actually, probably not 90 because we're going to get some saves at the Blue Dragons here because we need to make 30 Blue Dragonhide bodies. I think I'm just going to bury the Dragon Bones because I'm already 99 prayer and I don't have access to like any good altars in my regions. Couple inventories later, I think I might have gone a little bit overboard. Getting over 100 Blue Dragonhide. Yes, I got over 100 there, but I did get 6 Scaly Dragonhide, and this is a new addition they added a couple of months ago, where you can use knives to get Blue Dragon Scales. Basically, instead of Blue Dragon Scales being an item you pick off the ground, they wanted to make Blue Dragon Scales as an item you could get from killing Blue Dragons, and their idea was that the better a dragon is, the higher chance it has of dropping that scaly dragon hide, and you get the scales. I think it's a good solution. Much more fun than just having to pick up Blue Dragon Scales off the ground. And that is a hard task. 30 Blue Dragonhide bodies made, and I still have 24 leather, which I think I'll keep in the bank just in case there's any clue stashes that we need to worry about. Kept on the Black Dragon binge. Defeated 30 of them, picked up also 3 elites and a hard. That's going to be very beneficial. So first off, we can make a Black Dragonhide shield, which is going to be our best in slot shield for quite a while. Also, it's got pretty good fashion scape with the Void and Crafting Cape, so I will take that. On top of that, we're also going to go ahead and make a set of full Black D-Hide, Van Braces, and then the legs. And by equipping a full set of Black D-Hide, like the Blue D-Hide, we got another hard task complete. I just finished the Knight Sword quest, which got me up to level 80 smithing. And funnily enough, it's actually completely unintended to get that, but with the plus 12 boost, that actually gives us the ability to now make a rune full helm. Then we can wield the full rune set and then animate that rune set. And I'm going to put on protect from melee here. Ultimate strength and reflexes, because I remember this rune dragon boy hurting a lot, but thankfully crush seems to get through the rune pretty easily. And that is 2 medium tasks done. And I also got 640, I guess the warrior guild's token are increased, but wow, 640 tokens for killing one rune armor set. That's hilarious. I will eventually go for the dragon defender, just not yet. Maybe if I get the master clue step. That also got me over the 20,000 point threshold, under 4,000 to go for the final relic. I've done pretty much every task that I intended to in my list that I put out, which got me like 1,000 points, and the task completion counts up to 475. That is a lot. That's almost more tasks than I got done on the first Trailblazer. But I have a crap ton of clues to complete, and I think these are going to net me a lot of points, especially the hards, as I've only done a couple. Elites, I haven't done any, and if I can complete this master or get enough to complete a master, that would be huge points. I am a little bit disappointed in the hard caskets. I thought I would get a lot more than what I got, but oh well. I still got 7 easies, 3 mediums, 9 hards, 2 elites, and 1 master. We're starting off at 3720 points. Easy, I'm at 17 collection logs. Medium, I'm at 24. Really want those ranger boots. Hard, I'm at 18 just from those early 6. Elite, I've done none, and Master, I've done none. Hopefully we can get this Bloodhound. 20 easy clue collection shots. We got an Armadillo rope top. Black Axe, I'm actually going to keep a Black Axe this time because I forgot. Ooh, Black Wizard robe G as well. No Ranger boots. Maybe next time. I got Spiked Manacles, another boot pickup. And then Green Boater, Ancient Stool. Surprised I didn't get a single task for all those mediums, but now on to the hards. Wow, that's a 4 unique clue to start. Pretty much another 4 unique clue. Oh, Ceradomin bracers. That'll be good for going to Ceradomin. And Bandos D'hide boots. Don't need those, but those are always good to have. And the Bandos plate body is a master step, though I don't know if it's necessarily in my region. And then I got 50 total unique items from hard clues. Mostly harmless, teleports, which I can't use. Zami full helm, that's also a stash unit, though I don't know if I have access to that. And more God D'hide tops. So I got a light infinity color kit. I can actually use that, plus 2 other uniques. So that'll be nice for the points there. And now the master clue. This is the last clue to go. Hopefully we get something here. At worst case scenario, we're getting a couple tasks. Okay. 23 Onyx Bolt Z, I guess. And I did get 2 unique items with the Morden teleports and the Green Firelighters. But that's tragic. Can't believe I didn't get an actual Master Collection log. Unique. Looking at the collection log, after that, Easy is up to 27, Medium is up to 37, Hard is up to 36, Elite is up to 3, and Master still has 0. Even though the Elites and Masters were a bit of a disappointment, the point total was not. We went from 3720 to 2830, so that is almost 1,000 points gained from the clues there. I would say the bulk of that was getting those good uniques from the hards. We got the Elite 30 hard collection log slots and the 50 unique items from hard clues. The first Redwood task done, 200 Redwood logs, which means I'm probably pretty close. The Arrow Shaft task as well. Editing and AFKing is paying dividends on the points. Finished editing and I got the 250 arrow shafts. If I scroll up a little bit, That is an elite task done, 200 more points. So I've just been banking the logs by using my crafting cape and last recall. Bank the redwoods, bank all my clue boxes, click the crystal of memories, and you go right back. I'm sure Banker's Note would be slightly better than this, but for stuff like this, Fire Sale does 95% of what Banker's Note does. More in PVM, instance PVM applications, where that's where Banker's Note will get the advantage over me. Herblore has an absolute ton of tasks locked behind it. So I decided that I want to get 99 Herblore because I think it's actually going to get us extremely close to where we need to be. We're going to start this off by picking out our seeds that we want, like Renard, Torstal, Snapdragons, all those good things. I have to remember to super compost before. That's very, like, something I'm not used to. Where, like, before I loot it, I put the super compost in and rinse, repeat. And hopefully I should get 99 Herblore banked from this process. So I'll catch back up with you guys when I am done all of these herbs, and we'll see the giant stack in the inventory. I did not expect to get this, but I got 25 mil farming from the herb seed portion of it. Like, even irits, which are like not good herbs, I'm getting like 20k experience every single time I harvest this. The Torstals and like the Snapdragons, they were up to like 100k each. So I'm definitely getting 50 mil Herblore, 50 mil farming, all this good stuff by the end of the league. That is all of the herb seeds farmed up. I did keep like about 5 of each seed in the seed vault just in case I get a farming contract and I go for more farming contracts. Just looking at the irit stack, this stack will end up being 6.6 million experience, which is crazy to think about. Once I go through the process of cleaning them, which is going to get 25% extra, making the unfinished potion, which is going to get 25% extra, and then making the actual potion, which gets 25% extra, it ends up being 1.96 times. So I'll have like 4,000 super attacks. I don't know if I'll have all the secondaries. Like, I definitely don't have 1,000 bird's nests in the bank, so won't be able to take advantage of that. Some of the stuff like Cadentines, you can grow with white berries, and those will insta-grow because you get them from farming. Same with Quarms. You can just plant limpwort seeds. And then also Lantidimes, you can plant potato cactus. All right, I think that's most of the secondaries farmed up here. There are still some other ones, but these are the Herblore ones, so I'm going to start with these first alongside the Irits. But there is one secondary that I do want to go out of my way for, and that is Mortmire Fungus, because there is a task to make 20 stamina potions. Mortmire Fungus is a pain to get because I do not have access to Mauritania. Is where most Iron Men get their fungus. My method for Mortmire Fungus is killing these ancient Zygomites. They drop a Mortmire Fungus every time, guaranteed. And I also purchased the Shroom Sprayer, so I can do this super AFK, where I just click on it and the Slayer skill auto smashes them and kills them. And we just loot the Mortmire Fungus at the end of each kill. I do need a total of, I think, about 30 of them in order to get this done and get the 20 stamina task. I don't know if the stamina task can be 1 doses or they have to be 4 doses. I think last time on Leagues, it had to be a 4 dose or the task didn't work. So I'm going to do that again, which means I'll probably get 30 or so of these fungus. First Herblore task, cleaning 100 dwarf weeds. We're going to get a lot of Herblore tasks. The last item I need to purchase is Marks of Grace from Grace. Fortunately, an Amylase Pass is worth 10 Marks of Grace, and it gives me enough Amylase Crystal to get the task done, and Staminas are useless on this league because we have 100% red energy at all times. Alright, I've made all the unfinished potions, and it looks like, according to the banked XP calculator, I got about 1 million experience banked. So you multiply that by the 16 times, and that would say I have 16 million bank, getting me up to 18. So I'm probably not going to get 25 mil right here in this session. So I'm going to start with the good potions that I want to get doubled with Amulet of Chemistry. And then once I've done all the potions down here, If there's anything left over, I'll start doing some irits and eye of newts. Making 20 magic potions was a desert task. These are probably like the best potions for us in terms of experience, as we're getting like 45k per inventory, and both of the supplies are very easily farmable. So for the 50 mil grind, we might just like hard send Lantodime seeds. I think it's about like 15k total potions to go from 99 to 200 mil, so not too bad at all. I'm working at like the high 20s XP per hour, like 25 to 30 mil XP. Kind of depends on which potion I'm making. I'm just slowly going through here. I'm definitely gonna get 99 very, very, very quickly. Got our Amylase Crystal, our Super Energies, and we made ourselves 20 Staminas. The last Herblore task that isn't XP related is to make a Super Combat Potion. Thankfully, that one is an Elite task, getting 200 more points. I'm now to 1,580 points away. I'm currently level, 73 or 93? And I can get myself up to 99 for sure. Gotten through all the important potions, the ranging, the brews, the restores, and the super energies. I guess the defenses are also important because we're going to be bringing super defenses a lot of places. But I'll leave the attack and strength as just XP based stuff. There is level 99 Herblore, 200 points obtained. Looking at the bank, I have about 8 million, maybe 9 million more per experience bank, so definitely not enough to get to 25. So we'll take a break from Herblore for now and rest my hands, but I got a lot of good potions. I got ranging potions, I got prayer potions, I got brews, I got restores, I got super defenses, and then I got attack and strength if I need those. Now, unfortunately, Herblore gave me less points than I was anticipating. Still a good amount of points, but I thought I'd be under 1,000. I gotta figure out what I'm doing for these final 1,380 points. It's time to eat, which means I'm gonna do some chiller content, less bank standing, and we got our first Shadow Worm, which is gonna be our first superior creature. Maybe we can get lucky and get one of the uniques. We do have 4 times drop rate, but I'm not hopeful. But at the least, this will at least be a Slayer task for defeating a superior creature. And we picked up a hard clue scroll and a bunch of Slayer experience. I'm currently working on Slayer in order to get a rune pouch as I get into raids and more stretch content where I have to magic. Saving those 3 inventory spots are going to be so beneficial. Just been AFKing some Slayer during dinner, and I finally have enough points for a rune pouch, and I'm going to go ahead and purchase that. So I can put 3 sets of runes in here, and eventually I can upgrade that to the next rune pouch at Toa. It's a task, so I would have had to buy it eventually. And it's always good to just have a rune pouch. But now we have 1340 tasks left, and I have 2 grinds that I want to do to get that done, and we're going to start it off by going after some diaries. But the biggest limiting factor on our diaries is our rune crafting level. The Elite Lumbridge Diary requires 76 rune crafting, and the Elite Varrock Diary requires 78 rune crafting. Other than that, we've completed every requirement that needs to be done. So we're going to get that rune crafting level, and how we're going to get that is from all the fossils we banked up, chopping those Solioceps. Started putting the displays together, and I've gotten a bunch of rune crafting lamps, or I guess lamps, but they're going to be rune crafting lamps. And we need to get up to, let me remind myself, I need to get up to 76 rune crafting for the Lumbridge. For the Varrock, I need 78 rune crafting, so we're going to go up to 78. In terms of the Falador Diary, that requires level 88 rune crafting. But the hard diary also requires getting full prospectors, which I haven't done yet. So we're going to be waiting a lot on that. There is base 60s, and I'm going to keep on lamping rune crafting all the way up until that 78 point. I think I definitely should get enough experience here. I honestly haven't looked, but I think it's going to be about 2 million total experience. All right, I'm done with the museum. I put all the fossils into the areas, and I lamped up to 78 rune crafting. But I am now going to put the rest of the lamps into agility, just because agility is still going to be the worst skill for me to train. So the more lamps I have in agility, the better. I forgot about this being a thing, getting the Skull Scepter for the Vera card. Not the idealist of grind, but now we can invoke the scepter. I might keep it in the bank for clues. But that is the hard diary complete. No, I got one task left. That is the elite lumberjack diary complete. Unfortunately, I can't complete the hards yet because there is a task that requires getting 100 tiers from. Oh, they got rid of that task. Oh, in previous leagues, it wasn't that. So I actually can go do the hard diary, so I'm going to do that as well. That won't take too long. But I just realized there's another problem. I don't have the Belladonna seed yet, so I can't do that either. But once I have the Belladonna seed, I'll have that task done. That means I can't actually claim the lamps from Lumbridge, but I also completed the Varrock one, so I'll be able to claim the lamps over there. There are the 3 lamps. I'm going to put them all into agility. We got 120k for the mediums, 240k for the hards, and then for the elites, I got 800k. That brought me all the way up to level 86. But with that diary adventure, I'm down to 540 points until the final relic, and I have just the plan to get those 500 final points. Purchased 10,000 raw carom ones. Not only am I probably going to use these in PVM, but it is probably the best, not the best cooking XP because sharks are more, but it's a really good cooking experience. And by cooking these 10,000 raw carom ones, I should get myself up to 50 mil cooking, and that 50 mil cooking will be 3 elite tasks, one for 25 mil, one for 35 mil, and one for 50 mil. And that'll be 600 points, and 600 points gets us the final relic. That is 50 mil cooking, which is enough points to get the final relic unlock. Oh man, today has been a long day. A lot of grinding out tasks, a lot of grinding out points, but just look at this XP per hour. I swapped up from the Hasidious Kitchen because I eventually realized that I never burn things, so being at a fire that's 1 square away from the bank is the best, and all you do is you quickly bank, cook it. As soon as you see the XP drop, you do that, and then you just cycle it over, and it ends up being about 95 million XP per hour. I got it as high as 99, but then I lost a little bit of focus, so maybe God Gamers can get into the 100 mils. Now that we have enough points, we can unlock the final tier. In the final tier, the passive effect is that some sources will be 5 times as common, so anything that is boosted by the league drop rates is going to be boosted to 5 times. So something like a Bandos Hilt is normally in the base game 1 in 512, so in leagues now, it'll be 1 in 102. Drastically speeds up the ability for us to complete content. As for the relics in this tier, much like the previous tier, I think they're all balanced and play in a different way. Guardian is like a mega thrall. It hits very high with very high accuracy of 45,000 for their accuracy rule. That's like Bofa in the main game, so very, very accurate. It almost never misses, but I guess they just didn't want to make it guaranteed. It has a max hit of 15, and it's always going to swap to whatever you're weak to. So if I'm attacking Akka and it's currently meleeing, so I have to hit it with magic, it'll attack it with magic. It has the AI, it has the ability to attack correctly. I think it's kind of boring, so I'm not going to be picking it. Undying Retribution is the Sign of Death relic. When you die, you do like a massive retribution around you. You're revived to full HP, and you deal damage up to 200% of your prayer level. So for me, that would be 198. Again, not too bad. But I don't think it's going to be that good because I don't have a way to kill myself very easily on purpose. And Soul Stealer kind of has a little bit of anti-synergy with this, where this wants me to camp full HP all the time, while this wants me to be super risky. So that leaves Executioner. Executioner gives us the Sage's Axe. This can be used to execute target below 20% of their hit points. This has basically no maximum hit. I haven't seen it like not kill an enemy under 20%. So if something's 3000 HP, it will hit at 600 on it. Pretty nice. The axe has an attack range of 6 tiles, not too bad. But the only downside of this relic is that the axe is going to respect any sort of damage reduction. So if it doesn't take any range damage and blocks it all, say Akka on the final phase, it has protection of range up, it's going to be unable to do anything. That's a very like niche scenario. It's only like Tecton and Akka where I think that's going to come into play. And I think it's just a really cool and fun relic, so I'm going to select Executioner and hope I don't regret it. The level 5 relic. We have received the Sage's Axe. But with the final tier unlocked, I think we're ready to start PVMing. Gonna do some Toa with the buds. They're both meleeers, so this should be interesting. They're also not tier 8 yet, so I don't have access. They don't have access to any of the tier relics. But we'll see how it goes. I think it'll be fine. Mage is just gonna be the only sus part of the raid. And I'll record it and see what happens. Once Warden gets to its last set of skulls and it's 20% HP, I can just equip the axe and spam hit it with the axe. It does in fact have a maximum, which is 750 damage on each throw, but it's a 2-tick weapon on long range, so it goes down very quickly. Next thing you know, it's dead. This is going to be insane for points for drops at Toa and Chambers, as I'm going to get a lot of points very quickly. That was the craziest Toa we just did. He got a shadow! No way! On my first KC. There's no way. Yeah, I did the most damage. Oh, that's unfortunate. 215 shadow. That's crazy. All right, first purple. Let's see what it's going to be. Axe is going hard. I'm hoping for Fang, Shadow, or Masori. I think the only thing I'll be sad with is a Lightbearer reward. If it's a Shadow, it'll be fucking hilarious that we see 2 in our first 3 kills. But I got the Fang and an Elite Clue Scroll. So that's going to be really good for my melee DPS. That is absolutely huge. I think the only problem is that I'm only 80 attack. So I can't even equip it yet, but I'll get those 2 levels at Pest Control. Decided to do a couple Pest Control games to get myself the ability to wield the axe. It was quite literally 2 games, and I can come over here, buy 100 points, and that's going to get me the 82 attack I need. Well, 83 attack. Now I can take the Fang out of my bank, equip it for the first time, and we have an elite task done. This is going to be my best in-slot weapon for probably the rest of the game. I think it's my best in-slot melee weapon. Very happy to have all the relics unlocked. All 522 tasks complete. We're nearing 25,000 points. And what I'm probably going to do going forward, as there's no more milestones, I'm going to go for specific gear upgrades in each video. And that's going to be allowing us to work towards getting towards that dragon rank. Currently, I'm in Mithril rank. I think tomorrow I'll probably hit Addy rank. And in a couple weeks, I'll have Rune and then Dragon. Gonna start getting harder here, though.